everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. And today we are going to be doing this dresser set. So my idea for this is we're gonna stain the tops of each of these. There's 2 dressers, 1 nightstand. We're gonna stain the top of these in a dark color and use some Jolie paint for classic navy on the body. These pieces are in pretty good condition. They are all wood, very heavy. I love the wood on the inside. It is such a pretty design. If you can see right here. Oh, this dresser is sticking, good to know. But if you look on the inside here, just look how beautiful that is. I think this would be perfect for a cabin, or if you've got a more Western style home, I think that would be super pretty. But yeah, these are in really good condition. I'm not really gonna have to fill anything up. So I guess we can get started on taking the hardware off right away. I'm using my screwdriver today. Most of these are pretty loose, so I think that won't be a problem. I'm not sure if I'm going to be keeping the hardware or not yet. I haven't quite decided, but alright, all of the hardware is off. So we're gonna get all of this hardware into a plastic bag and then we are going to clean. Alright, so we've got all of our hardware in a bag. Now we are gonna go and clean these pieces off super well. We're gonna be using Dawn dish soap and just an old rag that we got laying around in water. It's important to do this because a lot of these pieces are really dirty. You don't know where they came from. A lot of the time they have really bad odor as well, so you just want to make sure that you're thoroughly cleaning every piece. I am going to be making sure that I'm cleaning thoroughly on the inside of the drawers as well, because as I was taking the hardware off, I noticed there were a lot of cobwebs, so I know that this piece has probably been sitting around for quite a while, so I want to make sure to get all of that out. Alright, so all of the pieces are all cleaned off now. We're just gonna get some fresh water and do it all over again without the soap and water, because we don't want to have the soap left on when we start sanding and painting. So we're gonna get all that off with a new fresh bucket of water. Alright, so we got our brand new bucket of water here. It is just water. We're gonna get a new towel wet. We just don't want to have that soap residue left on the dressers, so we're gonna make sure to get that off now. Alright, so everything has been wiped off. It should be in pretty good condition as far as cobwebs go, because there were a lot of them. Those should all be gone now. We are going to start sanding. We're gonna sand, I think we're gonna do 120, because really we just need a scuff sand for these. I guess we kind of have to get this stain off, so maybe 80 on the top, since we will be staining the tops of these. So I'm gonna go get my sander and we're gonna start sanding. We've got our 80 grit sandpaper on. We're gonna really work on these tops and do a scuff sand around the sides, and then we're gonna work left to right because we have all three pieces we gotta sand down. Just realized I totally forgot to take out all the drawers, so I'm gonna make sure to do that. I'm just gonna take this one out, finish this one, and then do the rest with that. All right, so we got 120 grit sandpaper on, and we're just gonna smooth all the surfaces out now. All right, so now we're gonna use the shop vac to get any of the dust that was on there from sanding, and also just dust that has been on the piece from having it around either in a garage or in your house for so long. So we're gonna start with the shop vac, and then we're gonna go back with a microfiber towel and just really make sure that all the dust is off so it's ready to prime. Now we're gonna go in with our microfiber towel and finish the job, finish doing what the shop vac couldn't grab. So there is a lot of dust, so make sure that you are getting in there. I tried with the shop vac, but wasn't powerful enough to get this old hardened dust off. So I mean, look at this clean drawer compared to this one. It's all dusty. You do not want to give that to someone. You want to make sure it's looking clean and new. Not only does it help people want to buy your dresser more, but you're able to price it at higher because it's all around a better piece. We have cleaned everything off. I think we're gonna start with the staining the tops and then priming. All right, everyone, so for the stain, we are gonna be doing espresso and Minwax. You guys have seen me do this before if you watched my farmhouse dresser set video. We're going to be doing the same color because what we're going for is a dark top and a navy blue and probably gold hardware. So we are gonna start staining the top here, and I don't have gloves this time, so I'm gonna do my best to keep it off my hands. I know that's kind of inevitable, but we're gonna do our best. So just gonna start staining the top. While you're staining, make sure you go in one direction. It can show up on the stain if you do different directions. directions, so make sure you're going with the grain. Now the longer you leave it on, the darker it'll be, and the more you put on, the darker it'll be. I want these to be pretty dark, so try to do it as even as possible though, so that it shows up as one color. So we're gonna let that sit on there for a little bit. We're gonna move on to the second one. I think by the time we're done with this second one, I'll wipe that off. And then now we are gonna get ready to prime. Okay, I believe priming is all the way done on this one. I am just going to be moving each dresser back and pulling the next one forward. This space is pretty crowded right now, so I think that's what will be the best to do. So I'm gonna do the nightstand next, and then the bigger dresser. Alright, so for the blue that we're going to be using is this Jolie Paint Classic Navy. I have used this before on this channel. I absolutely love this, and I have more paint left over, quite a bit, so we're going to be using it for this set. I'm just going to open it up, and in my red Solo cup there, I've got some water. I really don't measure it. I probably should start doing that, but I haven't yet, so although I am pretty familiar with this paint, so I kind of know what's up with it. So I'm going to put quite a bit of paint in here because I'm trying to do 2 big dressers and a nightstand. So quite a bit in here. A paintbrush, it's a little wet. mixing stick. We're gonna mix it. I like this consistency, so we are going to get started on painting. We're going to start with this dresser and then work our way through the other dressers and the drawers. Alright, so this first coat of paint is on everything, all the dressers, all the drawers, and it is now dry, so we are going to go ahead and quickly do a second coat. I looked over the pieces to make sure that everything was smooth, so I didn't have to do a little scuff sand. I noticed that with jelly paint, their paint tends to level out themselves really well, so I'm not worried about a second, I'm not worried about going straight into painting a second coat without sanding a little bit of it down. It feels really smooth, so we're going to get started on the second coat. Alright. I think we are done painting the second coat. I did paint the second nightstand. It's the same thing, so I didn't record it, but I am going to let the second coat dry on all of the pieces we've got over here for this set, and then we're gonna get to top coating. And I did want to mention, you guys, I think I am going to keep the hardware as is. We'll see once I get it on if I decide I don't like it, but I think the silver will look really good with this. So I'm gonna let these dry and I'll get back to you guys once everything is dry and we'll do top coat. All right, so the second coat has now dried. We are going to be starting with top coats. Again, I have shown this in the video before, but when you have a stained top, you're gonna need a different type of top coat than the body. So again, I'm gonna be using the Wipe On Poly for the top coat for the stain. I just find that this is the easiest way to get a top coat on top of the stain. I've tried the waxes, I've tried the Brush On Poly, and I like the Wipe On Poly the best, so I'm gonna stick with that. And then I also picked up a new Minwax polyacrylic top coat, and I picked the color Clear Matte this time. Last time I had Pure Satin, or Clear Satin, and now we're doing Clear Matte, so we're gonna see how that goes. I have my solo cup here, and I'm gonna start with the polyacrylic, and we're gonna do the body of the dressers first. I have a little bit, you can see that I have a little bit of paint inside the polyacrylic, so I think for the sake of the video, I'm just gonna start with the two dressers. Or I'm gonna do the two dressers and then the nightstand. It's the same process. I'm trying not to make this video too long. So I got my foam brush in hand, like always, and we're gonna start with putting the polyacrylic top coat on the body. Alright, so we got the poly on the dressers, and now it's time to do the wipe on poly. Last time I did the wipe on poly first and then the body. Now I'm doing it the other way around, so I'm just seeing what works. This stuff is super simple. You literally just wipe it on. It's a varnish for the top of stain. It says to apply a very liberal amount, so we're going to be doing that. And I'm using a paper towel to wipe it on. It's just as easy as that, so we're going to start just wiping it on here. I have not gotten this on the body of a dresser, and I don't think it'd be very good, so I'm just doing my best to try to make sure that that doesn't happen. So. Alright, so we got the top coat all on now. I'm going to let that dry, and the next clip that you guys are going to see is the dressers and the nightstand with the hardware on. Okay everyone, the hardware is on. The entire set is looking brand new, refinished, and freshened up. We got the stained tops and the navy blue bottom. I decided to stick with the gold or the silver hardware. I thought that it just looked so great how it was. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to be listing them at. My boyfriend says I should do 1,000. I'm not there with that. I don't think these are worth 1,000. I mean, they're definitely worth more than I got them for. But maybe 650. I think we'll start there and see what happens. But I think this set turned out great. It was a lot of work. We finished them in 2 days, and I think that's probably the fastest I've finished an entire set before. But yeah, I'll insert some pictures that I'm going to be posting onto Marketplace. It's very important to stage your pieces really nice so that people can vision them in their own homes. So that is it for this video, you guys. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps our channel grow. So stay tuned for the next video, guys. Bye.